What's going on, guys? It's my first attempt at a video this year. Have a bunch of stuff happening this year for fishing wise, and for my first video I just kind of wanted to lay everything out. I'm going to be fishing later, and that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to tell you everything. So my boat is a disaster right now. I'm pretty much trying to redo a lot of it. I don't know how long I will have the boat, but last year in, I think it was August, I fished a Ohio Bass Nation tournament, like an hour south of here at Rocky Fork, and I ended up qualifying for regionals. It's on Lake Erie. So those of you guys that have been with me for a little bit realize I have a really old boat. Has a Fortrex, has no forward-facing sonar. It's old. It's really old. As I wish I eventually would love to have a newer boat. Right now, this is what I'm gonna be using. So I'm going to try to get forward-facing sonar and all Trex, redo all my bilge pumps, like literally give her a makeover. So I have like everything out right now, all my poles, my tackle, like I'm just trying to start to redo everything. And then that is in July. And then also going to Lake Norris just for like a family vacation, but I'm gonna be fishing there. I'll have forward-facing sonar by then, all Trex and whatnot, so I will be trying to fish there and learn a lot of forward-facing sonar. I've used it before on a lot of my friends' boats, but never actually owned it. So that's for what's in store for this year. But what this video is about is I'm just gonna go fishing. It's been very cold in Ohio except for last week. Last week was pretty warm for this time of year. We actually were tied for the record high. One day it was like, I forget what it was, low 70s or something like that. Usually not like that. It's usually still like 40 something out here for the high. But going fishing. Why? Because I see sunlight. Like today is sunny and almost 60. Can't beat it. It's not gonna last. Today's the last day of warm, so that's why I'm going out. But early spring lures, I just gotta go over it because I feel like I fish. I mean, everyone fishes their own way and they have their own things that they have confidence in. No matter what it is, early spring, my absolute, like one of my favorites is a chatterbait. I don't care where you go, as long as there is shad or bluegill, which is practically everywhere, that will exceed so well. You can use spinner baits too. Personally, I love chatterbaits. I always have, especially in ponds. They are so good in ponds when even like today, the water temp's probably still gonna be low 40, like really low 40s. Hopefully I catch some on it, but usually when it's still really cold out and you just barely reel it, especially it's a jackhammer chatterbait, you can reel it super slow and it will, I mean, it'll just barely creep, but they love it. Next is obviously a jig. Hopefully you guys can see that somewhat well. A jig. That obviously doesn't need an explanation. No matter the time of year, you can fish a jig. Like, you can fish it slow, you can fish it fast, you can drag it, you can hop it, you can do everything with it. You can swim it. Jigs are great, especially in the cold, because you can just cast and slowly drag. Fish love it. The next is, I just have the hook. Believe it or not, I don't know, probably a lot of people do this, I have no idea. It's just a Senko, literally a wacky rig Senko. Even when it's super cold out, most people try to have something on the bottom like a drop shot, a jig, stuff of that nature. Senkos, no matter the time of the year, as long as the fish are willing to eat, they're gonna eat it. I don't care. I have fished so many times when it's this cold out and I have drug a jig, I've thrown a jerkbait, a drop shot, Ned rig, chatterbait, everything, and they won't eat, and I know they're there. I can see them wacky rig will catch it. It's like the last line of defense, but it always works. It always works. Another thing that works really well is swim baits. You have to be really technical with it, like more of a hard body swim bait or a mag draft, something you can fish slow. That's about it. You don't want to have something you have to like burn it just to get it to go, because they're obviously not in the chasing mood at the moment. Crankbaits, that's very self-explanatory. That's more of like a lake thing, but crankbaits work really, really well. Now, the water temperature's got to get a little higher than what it is now for it to super succeed. But when the water temp gets low to mid 40s, even higher, you can start throwing crawl colored crankbaits and stuff like that when the crawls actually come out. But crankbaits are really, really good. I feel like everything can work in the springtime. It just depends on the location you're fishing, like the lake, the pond. Again, drop shots and Ned rigs work really well. Just slow dragging things. You're gonna wanna fish things just more slow this time of year. That's really about it. Now, you can get away with a lot faster things when the water temp gets to like mid 40s to above. But from mid 40s to lower, you're gonna wanna fish things slow. Jerk baits as well. I forgot, I said it at some point, but jerk baits are really, really good for this time of year, especially in lakes. They are very good. Fish not really one to eat or still suspended on like humps, grass, rock piles, whatever. They'll still, you got to fish it really slow, but they'll still come up and chase it and get it. Okay, well, I wanted to say the three lures I'm using today is a jig, the chatterbait, and the wacky rig. Those will be what I am bringing. This is what I want to do. I'll about knock my daggone camera over. This is what I want to throw. Not even close yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. But just wanted to show you guys the lures that I will be bringing, and kind of I'll be fishing them and show you how I'm fishing them better out there. I kind of just went through it, but just wanted to let that all out to y'all before I get going. I might bring a, nah, I'm not gonna bring a drop shot or anything. If they're not gonna eat these three, they ain't gonna eat anything.
All right, guys, what's going on? I'm here at a really low pond, like extremely low. There's always bass in it, but I've also never fished it this low, so hopefully they didn't die this winter. I do see some bluegill though. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bluegill. Should be some bass. But I am starting with the old chatter bait. My favorite lure for this time of year, as I said earlier in the beginning part. Man, there's bluegill everywhere. Holy cow. Cool. Hopefully the bass didn't all die. Also one thing. Hopefully my camera you're watching through now is better. I tried to make 2 videos at the end of last year, and they were terrible because of my GoPro. It was a Hero 4, and it didn't have the stability, I forget what it's called, hypo smooth, whatever it's called, that this one does. That's the whole reason I got this one, is for it being smoother, because my other one was horrible. I didn't make those 2 videos because they were so jumpy, I should say. So, new GoPro. So hopefully quality's a lot better for y'all. But I'm starting with this, and I'm literally just gonna fan cast this out for now and see where these bass are at. I'm guessing they're more so like over there, just because I know the pond and it's a little deeper and there's like some grass out there and whatnot. But I'm gonna just start fan casting around, see if I can get a bite with it. And this one is so slow in general that I'm literally just gonna slow reel it, and then if it hits the bottom, I'm gonna like twitch it a little bit just to break it free of the bottom. But it's literally just a slow retrieve with this one, and they always love to eat it on that slow retrieve. It literally for this pond, it just kind of hovers like 5-6 inches off the bottom, and that's all it does. But they absolutely love it. Oh, little guy. He was in that little patch of grass out there. I mean, little guy. What's up, buddy? You say hi for the gram. Sheesh. Oh. He went crazy. Well, I know y'all can't see it, but there's literally one patch of grass out there. And when I got within 2 feet of it, he hit it. So, see if I can hit it again. See, there's gotta be more on it, I would say. He wasted no time hitting it. Like, I got relatively close and he absolutely smoked it. Well, I casted the right side of it. I'm gonna just cast the right side, cast over it, cast to the left side, see if there's any more on it. I would definitely say there should be. At one point there were some nice fish in this pond. Now with it being this slow. Okay, holy cow, I said that. This one feels nice. Yeah, it's a nice one. It is a nice one. Probably a 2 something. No, it's bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than that. Yeah. Yeah. Check that guy out. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. I mean, really pretty. Look at that guy. Probably 2 3/4, 3 pound. With it being that fat, probably 3. Really pretty fish. Oh, please don't splash me too bad, buddy. Oh, you gonna need help. You gonna need help. Okay, you did need help. You gonna need help. Oh, just go out there. Well, that one was spot on. I literally said there used to be some big ones in here. Again, when I first started, I said I feel like they're over there. That is the deepest part of the pond that has some grass, some rocks and stuff of that, and it's surrounded by like bluegill beds. And I've almost every time, except for when the water was really high, I've caught almost every big fish out of that spot. They always love it. Always love it. That was just hilarious that it was right at... Oh my! Wow. I think my arm was in front of that when he jumped. This is not as big as that one, but he's still pretty nice. Wow, this is... Oh man. If you don't like fishing, I don't know why. How could you not? How could you not? This one's a 2, little 2 pounder. Man, this is so fun, fellas. Glad y'all get to join it with me. Ate it, really nicely ate it. These are some really healthy fish, really healthy fish. Again, that one came right off the grass patch that's out there. One thing I forgot to say is springtime, something that helps a lot for a lot of moving baits, whether that be, I mean, unless you're fishing just like cover, well, no, it helps for practically any moving bait, is wind. That's something that is very, very, very beneficial for cranking, spinner baits, chatter baits. Not necessarily jerk. Well, it depends on where you're fishing jerk baits. If you're fishing like cover the bank, yeah, wind will help a lot. Wind takes the surface water, the water, especially this time of year, the low water will be super cold. In the top, very little bit of the water will warm up a lot faster than the rest of the water, and the wind will push towards wherever the wind's blowing. So you're going to want like that corner, which where the fish are positioned right now, that corner will be warmer than this corner just by a little bit. It's very, very small amounts, but it also takes bait if it's really windy and will push, like especially in lakes like shad and stuff like that. But just one little little thing to put out there for y'all. Going back over top of this rock. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry for the wheezing, fellas, but this thing is big. It's probably as big as that second one that I caught. It's nice. Probably 3 something again. Oh my word. Are you the same fish, dude? Are you the same fish? Like, let's be for real here. Hold on, I'm gonna clean her off. She's a little dirty. Oh, come on now, girl. There you go. Truly am done this time. Truly. Whether y'all like it or not. As you can see, my prized possession, the old jackhammer, came in to win again right there. It always does this time of year. Always does. Lakes, ponds, doesn't matter. It's my go-to. I mean, I have literally used that thing so much that there are cutout marks. You're not gonna be able to see it with the GoPro, but right there on the side of the head, there's literally a divot with how much it's hit the the lead. Wow, that was great. That was super fun for the first video. I'm super happy and thankful that you guys watch this video, and I got so much in store for this year. Please stay tuned for this year. I'll have a lot of videos, Lake Erie, Norris Lake, whole bunch, stuff around Ohio, practicing live scope, that kind of stuff, a lot of things. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully next week's gonna be very cold again. Hopefully it starts to warm up soon because I want to get back out. Thank y'all for watching. Later.